Welcome back to Grammar Grade 10. This is Unit 1, Lesson 7, and we're staying with verbs. In the last two lessons, you learned to spot the verb in a sentence. But here's the catch. Very often, the verb isn't a single word at all. It's a little team of words working together. And today, we're going to learn how to see that team as one unit. Let's get into it. Let's start with a simple fact about verbs. The verb in a sentence is often more than one word. A verb phrase is a main verb plus all of its auxiliary verbs, the helping verbs that stand in front of it. Listen to this sentence. The crew should repair the bridge. The verb isn't just repair, and it isn't just should. It's both of them together. Should repair. Should is the auxiliary, the helper. Repair is the main verb, the word that carries the real action. And notice where each one sits. The main verb always comes last, at the end of the phrase, with every helper stacked in front of it. So, which words can serve as helpers? The list is short, and it's worth knowing by heart. First, the forms of be, am, is, are, was, were, being, and been. Next, the forms of have, has, have, had, and having. Then the forms of do, does, and did. And finally, the modals, can, could, may, might, must, shall, should, will, and would. Every one of those words can stand in front of a main verb and lend it a hand. But hold on to this. Helpers only help. The main verb is still the word that carries the meaning. Let's put that to work on a real sentence. The choir has been rehearsing since morning. How do you find the verb phrase here? Start at the end and look for the last verb, rehearsing. That's the main verb, the action word. Now look to the left of it and gather every helper you find, has and been. Put all three together and you have the whole verb phrase, has been rehearsing. 3 words, but only one verb. Verb phrases can grow longer than 2 words, and the pattern never changes. Look at this one. The rescue team might have found the trail. There are 2 helpers here, might and have, and then the main verb, found, sitting at the end where it always sits. The whole verb phrase is might have found. Here's another. The mural will be painted by the students. Again, 2 helpers, will and be, and the main verb, painted, comes last. So no matter how many helpers pile up in front, you read the whole stack as one single verb. Now here is where people slip up. Other words can jump right into the middle of a verb phrase, and those words are not part of it. Take this sentence. Jonah has not finished his essay. The word not is sitting between the helper and the main verb, but not is an adverb, not a verb at all. Pull it out, and the verb phrase is simply has finished. Same story here. The train will never arrive on time. Never is an adverb too, so the verb phrase is will arrive. Adverbs love to slide into that gap. Words like not, never, always, often, and probably. Your job is to strip the interrupters and keep only the verbs. There's one more interrupter, and it's a big one. In a question, the subject itself jumps inside the verb phrase. Listen. Did she leave before the storm? The helper did comes first, then the subject she, and then the main verb leave. But she is a pronoun, not a verb, so the verb phrase is did leave. Here's another. Have the guests arrived yet? The helper is have, the subject is the guests, and the main verb is arrived. So the verb phrase is have arrived. And notice the giveaway. In a question, the auxiliary comes first before the subject. Spot that pattern and a question will never fool you. Let's boil all of that into a 3-step check you can run on any sentence. Step 1. Find the main verb. Remember, it comes last. Step 2. Look to the left and collect every helping verb standing in front of it. Step 3. Skip anything that isn't a verb. Not, never, an adverb like always, and in a question, the subject sitting in the middle. What's left is the main verb plus its helpers, and that is your verb phrase. Ready to practice? In this first set, I'll give you a sentence, and you name the complete verb phrase, the main verb together with every helper in front of it. Pause the video and decide before I reveal each answer. The gardener has planted new roses. Find the main verb first, planted, sitting at the end. Now look left. There's a helper waiting, has. Put the two together, and the verb phrase is has planted. The runners were training all winter. The main verb is training. To its left sits the helper were. So the full verb phrase is were training, not training standing alone. You should have called me. The main verb is called. Look to the left and you find two helpers, should and have. Both of them belong to the phrase, so the answer is should have called. Now something is sitting right inside each verb phrase. Decide which words truly belong to the verb and which are only interrupters. Pause and try each one before I answer. Marta has not returned my book. It's tempting to grab all three words, but not is an adverb. It only interrupts. The helper is has, and the main verb is returned. So the verb phrase is has returned. Did the package arrive today? This is a question, so the helper did jumps to the front, and the subject lands in the middle. The package is the subject, not a verb. Skip right over it, and the verb phrase is did arrive. The lights will always flicker in storms. Always feels like it belongs, but it's an adverb telling us how often. Drop it out, and the true verb phrase is will flicker. Let's gather it all up. A verb phrase is a main verb plus all of its auxiliary verbs, the helpers that stand in front of it. Those helpers come from a short list, the forms of be, the forms of have, the forms of do, and the modals like can, might, and would. However many pile up, the main verb always comes last. And finally, watch for the interrupters. Not, never, adverbs like always, and in a question, the subject itself. They sit inside the phrase, but they never belong to it. Nice work today. In our next lesson, we'll move on to adjectives, the words that give nouns their color. I'll see you there.